If you are all about camouflage, there is one part that is pretty hard to camouflage properly, and that is the eyes / glasses / just eye protection, because you need to see. Now here we have one of the options. But first, why would you consider a sticker over, let's say, mesh goggles? Well, some people use mesh goggles successfully, they like them, everything's fine, but they are open, there are holes, and if BB hits, there can be some pieces of the BB going into your eyes, and some people consider that to be too big of a risk and they don't want to use mesh goggles. Well, in that case, this might be the solution for you, because this is a sticker that you put on regular glasses that have like a proper protection with no holes in it, and it camouflages it quite well. To give you an idea, just gotta put it on, and it basically turns your regular goggles into mesh because we have the sticker on there. All right, that's pretty much the idea. You decide if you want to use mesh or this or just no camouflage. I will leave that up to you. My preference is not to camouflage anything on my eyes because I don't play a ghillie sniper, but if I would, I completely get the struggles of these players. There is just limited number of options, and this is one of them. Now, how do you actually cut this one out if you decide to go for it? As you can see, we have different camouflage patterns you can choose from. Let's take the Kreuzother one. You will get this piece of paper on which you have the perfect size for these goggles and also for the low profile goggles, but if you want to cut it for something else, you totally can. You will just not use this one, but you will maybe have to create your own one or just guesstimate the size. Or you can also cut it in different pieces and shapes and also stick it on there, maybe leave a little bit of extra space right where you are looking to the front and have even like a better vision while still camouflaging enough. The options are there. It's basically just a piece of a sticker, so you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can also put it on different things to camouflage them. I'll leave that up to you. Anyway, you put it over it, and now you basically have a plethora of different options. You can just hold it and try to cut it this way. I don't think that's the safest option because it might shift. What I think would be decent option is to secure it with clips like this. You can also do that and then cut it out. What you can also do is to cut this out first, put it on there, take a marker, mark it on the mesh sticker itself, and then just take this and cut it. That would probably be what I do. Or taking a knife. That's also a good idea. Fixing it and actually using a knife instead of scissors, because this can get a little finicky. Sharp knife like this, and now you can basically just trace it around carefully. Hopefully it will not shift. If it does, you can still align it. I feel like this is also a good, secure way to actually cut this out. There are plenty of options. I'll leave that up to you. And finally, the result should look something like this, and it will camouflage you better. You can also paint the edges. If you are into that, you can glue some moss or leaves on the sides, but that is beyond the scope of this video. That is about the sticker. Now, the question that probably every single person would ask is, how well can you see with a mesh sticker in front of your eyes? So we will try two different things. First, I'm going to try to describe what I see, and then we will put it in front of the camera so you hopefully can get an idea. It will not be 100% in front of the camera because it's actually closer to my eyes and my eyes are focusing at a distance. So that will not be representative. So let's first start with how well can I actually see? So no problem to actually see what I need to see. The thing you will notice is there is like a small little dots in front of your eyes when you are looking at a distance. It's there. You will definitely see, a little bit of it. It will be a little bit annoying, but once you get used to it, the camouflage benefit might actually be big enough to, deal with this. It would be basically the same like with mesh goggles. I can imagine it's basically the same thing. So can you play with this? That's the big question. Yes, you absolutely can play with this. Is it as good as clear glasses? Obviously not. But honestly, I would expect this to be worse. I can clearly make up any shapes. I see like normal. There is just this dotted structure. All right, that's as good as I can describe it to you. Now let's try to put it in front of the camera and see if it will look anything like this. There we go. Now, this is something you could expect. I don't know exactly what you're seeing, so we will put it over the screen if it's close to what I actually saw, or if it's far enough. Or actually, maybe I can do it right here on the top camera. Yeah, actually, this is pretty much what I saw when I had it on my face. So there we have it. That's kind of what you can expect. All right, there we have it. That's pretty much what I saw when I put it over this camera. You decide if that's something for you. Rest assured, it's very easy to remove again from the glasses if you decide that's not for you. But the extra camouflage is actually a good reason, because when I remember when somebody's looking at me in a bush, the face is quite visible. So this might help it. One thing before we end this, if you decide to cut it with a knife, make sure you are cutting it not on your table or not on something that you don't want to destroy, because obviously the knife will go through. Otherwise, you wouldn't achieve the desired result of cutting it out. So just to make that clear.